Tonight at 11, President Joe Biden working to calm concerns and rally support in his first news conference since the presidential debate right here in Atlanta. And just a few hours ago, just the last 3 hours, since the end of that news conference, at least 3 more Democratic lawmakers have called for the president to drop out of the race.
That's right, Ron. So 11 Alive's Karis Belger actually listened in to tonight's news conference. She's joining us now live from the control room. So Karis, we're hearing reactions from both sides of the aisle tonight.
We are 2 different men with 2 very different opinions. Alan English with the Atlanta Young Republicans noted President Biden stumbled multiple times during his remarks and questions. But Bishop Reginald Jackson told me, in his opinion, Biden's performance, like his record, is solid. As the world watched President Joe Biden's speech in Washington, D.C., supporters and critics watched closely here in Metro Atlanta.
Our leadership matters. Our partnerships matter. This moment matters. We must rise to meet it.
I don't think really anybody expected a whole lot out of this, and that's exactly what we got.
Alan English is the former president of the Atlanta Young Republicans. He says he couldn't help noticing the president struggled to find his words.
He confused President Harris and President Trump after confusing President Putin and President Zelensky.
A concern that's become more prevalent after Biden's debate performance. In the days since, multiple Democrats have asked him to step down from the ticket, something Biden reiterated he would not do.
That I think I'm the most qualified person to run for president. I beat him once, and I will beat him again.
Some still stand behind President Biden, including Bishop Reginald Jackson of the African Methodist Episcopal Church.
Joe Biden has stuttered all of his life. So this issue of stuttering is not anything new, but he has really dealt with it and done very well. I thought he did well tonight.
Jackson supported Biden during his first run for senator and did so again under the Gold Dome Thursday, surrounded by other faith leaders.
He was old when he was elected in 2020. But look at what this old man has done over these 3.5 years.
But there's still the issue of undecided voters that Biden and his opponent, former President Donald Trump, are both trying to win. And both English and Jackson agree the candidates will have to work to win those votes. And tonight, we are just days away from the Republican National Convention and a little more than a month away from the Democratic National Convention. Reverend Jackson and Alan English both tell me there's still time for both candidates to persuade any voters who were unsure about voting for them.